Like, share, subscribe. Shouts out to the Lions Den community. And don't y'all forget to subscribe to the podcast show. Link will be pinned in the top of the chat.
Just name the channel who could bang with us. I'll prove that you are smoking dust. GGD Media is top notch in this game, y'all. You failures only have yourself to blame, y'all. Cricket TV and a weapons make you suckers cry. Why don't you close your channel, crawl into a hole and die? Shout out to those who love our movement, no, we'll never flop until you get your mouth on LDBC. We are the underground outfit, y'all. We built this whole thing by ourselves, look in y'all. Independence start with self-preservation. If you can't take care of self, then how can you build a nation, y'all? Yup, we got that merch for the ladies and yes, we even got that merch for the babies and we got appliances and everything that you will need. We got some banging songs that make anemic haters bleed.
Oh yeah. Press 1 if y'all can hear me in the comment section today. Press 1 if y'all can hear me in the comment section today. Got a mic check, 1 2 1 2. Salute to everybody that's tapped in. If y'all can hear me, press 1 and we gonna get on with this video, man. If you ain't subscribed, subscribe, share the video, like the video. As it seems as if a military men. Now everybody was in the comments yesterday. A lot of people were saying, hey, man, close the borders. Don't let them in. Well, it seems like these people are in the United States military that was being alleged, turned on the country and tried to take many with them. Now, for you guys who don't know what's going on, the man on your screen who has just been identified as the man who was found deceased in that Cybertruck with one to the dome is a current Colorado military man from Colorado. Current military man from Colorado was seen driving this truck right before the event. They found identifications, military identifications, IDs, and things like that inside of his person. And this thing, they're saying right now, they're still trying to wait 1,000%. They you know why they're saying this? They say they want to wait 100,000% to get his DNA back. But from everything they can tell, this is your man. You know what I'm saying? Who, you know. And they're saying that for all of y'all that was, out here trying to find a reason, they're saying that this guy right here was the guy that was in that Cybertruck. This guy right here was found with one to the dome. And this guy right here was found allegedly unrecognizable. And they're trying to go ahead and verify. They've already checked tattoos and things like that. But they're trying to do the final DNA analysis to get this thing wrapped up. And I try to tell you guys, and I'm going to let you guys hear exactly some of the devastating and unbelievable details. You understand what I'm saying? As they're collecting the dental records just to 1,000% identify. You understand what I'm saying? This man who would dare drive in front of the Trump Towers in Vegas, the Trump Tower, and do what it is that we saw on that devastating video. And they're saying that this is a current, not past, current military. So They're saying that they think that both of these events were linked. Both guys were military guys. This dude was strapped. You understand what I'm saying? They're trying to say these dudes or other dude was radicalized, is what they're trying to say in the wording. You understand what I'm saying? But you know what I'm gonna do. You know I'm gonna go deep. Oh, you know Ticket gonna go deep. And when we go deep, oh. So let's, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, get right to the funk and let you guys hear what the hell is being said about this man right now, as everybody needs to pay close attention, as this guy's name is Matthew Allen Livelsberger. Now, let's get into this, right? And so I wonder if all those comments yesterday that were trying to target certain people, I wonder if today those comments are going to change. Joint investigation involving the FBI, the ATF, the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department, and these folks worked through the night and found a lot of stuff that is very useful for this investigation. As you look at this Cybertruck here, we had to transport this down to our fleet services so that we could really get through this thing. And I remind you that the subject inside wasn't able to be removed for a very long period of time because he was burnt beyond recognition. And so as we continue to move through this, I'm going to talk a little bit about his identity and what we believe. But I would like to highlight a couple of things that the teams found inside of the Cybertruck that are useful to the investigation. And that, first and foremost, is a military identification. We also found a passport. We found a Desert Eagle 50 caliber semi-automatic pistol. And if you'll notice on a lot of these guns that we're going to talk about here, they're almost just burnt beyond recognition as well. There's an SLR model B30 semi-automatic firearm, a number of fireworks that were still in the vehicle that had to be removed. Notably, we found an iPhone and a smartwatch, and then several credit cards were also in the name of our subject. Our subject is 37-year-old Matthew Livelsberger. He's of Colorado Springs, Colorado, born July 22nd of 1987. Now, as you'll see here on a picture of his driver's license, let's see, the question really still remains for me, and I know that there's a lot of you folks in the media that are identifying this person as the person in our vehicle. As I mentioned to you already, his body is burnt beyond recognition, and I do still not have confirmation 100% that that is the individual that was inside of our vehicle. And so as I'm calling it now, the subject or person of interest, I will not come back until I have the confirmation through DNA or medical records that this is indeed, in fact, the subject inside of the vehicle. Now, further complicating this identification of this individual, we also discovered through the coroner's office that the individual had sustained a gunshot wound to the head prior to the detonation of the vehicle. One of the handguns was found at his feet inside of the vehicle. Obviously, in how we're trying to identify him, and I'm feeling comfortable to give you this information, is a tremendous amount of substantial evidence to include he rented the Turo vehicle. There are two tattoos, one of which was on the stomach and one of which is on the arm, that we can see bits and pieces of it as in comparison to what it is that we now know he had on his body, that has given us a lot of confidence that this is, in fact, the same person, as well as which the clearly obvious, which is the credit cards, the military identification, the passport. And then furthermore, as you'll see here in just a very short period of time, we tracked his movements from Colorado to Las Vegas. And in a number of the photographs that we were able to determine, he was the individual that was driving the vehicle. And also, I'd like to iterate this point to you. We still have only ever seen him in this vehicle, and we're not aware of any other subjects involved in this particular case. Now, I would like to acknowledge a couple of things because I know what's going on in the social media world, and there are a number of things in this case that are similar to the attack in New Orleans. We do know that our subject here served in the military. In fact, he's a current member of the military. Both of the subjects served at Fort Bragg, North Carolina. What we do know about that is it's a very large military base, and we have no record that they served in the same unit or even at the same years at Fort Bragg, something that continues to remain under investigation. I also know that they both served in Afghanistan in 2009. We don't have any evidence that they were in the same province in Afghanistan, the same location, or the same unit. Again, something else that remains under investigation. And we also know, of course, that they both used the rental company Turo to rent their vehicles.
As far as his military background, it's been confirmed by DOD that he was indeed in the United States Army. He was also a Green Beret operations sergeant who spent most of his time at Fort Carson, Colorado, and in Germany. He was on approved leave from Germany, where he was serving with the 10th Special Forces Group. He was also previously in the National Guard and the Army Reserve. I'd like to point out to you that through exceptional joint investigative effort, we've gotten to a place where we believe we can show you his route to Las Vegas from Colorado, and Carlos will put up the map there for you. And we know that he rented the Cybertruck in Denver on December 28th. We tracked his movements through the Tesla charging stations to Monument, Colorado on December 30th. On the 31st of December, the truck was charged in Trinidad, Colorado, Las Vegas, New Mexico, and Albuquerque and Gallup, New Mexico. On January 1st, the truck was charged in Holbrook, Flagstaff, and Kingman, Arizona. We last tracked the truck in Kingman at 05:33 yesterday morning. The truck was first spotted in Las Vegas at 7:29 a.m. yesterday. And Carlos will pull up a picture of the truck pulling onto Fashion Show Drive here. And that picture was observed at about 7:34 a.m. We know that he pulled into the Trump Valet. I believe we have a video of that. You can see the Cybertruck highlighted there. So through extensive surveillance video, we were able to track him leaving there, and we know that he went to several different places along Las Vegas Boulevard, and he spent some time in a parking lot of a business near Flamingo and Las Vegas Boulevard. We didn't have a video of the truck pulling back onto Las Vegas Boulevard from the sands. See that there? That's north on the boulevard from Sands at 8:39, where he then immediately heads to the Trump Hotel, pulls into the valet area, and as of course you all know, the explosion occurs within 17 seconds of his arrival at the valet. There's some additional investigative updates that are going to be provided to you by a couple of the other speakers here, the first of which will be our special agent in charge of the FBI local office, Spencer Evans. Spencer?
Good morning. My name is Spencer Evans. I'm the special agent in charge of the FBI's Las Vegas division. As the sheriff mentioned, we've been working through the night with our partners, the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department and other agencies, to gather all the facts and determine a motive to what was initially reported to the FBI as a bombing incident, to which our special agent bomb techs and others responded. Obviously, we're always concerned in these sorts of events to ascertain what the motive is. We understand that's everybody's at the forefront of everyone's thoughts. And so looking into exactly what the motivation is remains our number one priority. This is why the FBI's Joint Terrorism Task Force has been brought into play. The Joint Terrorism Task Force, most important part of that acronym is joint. It is done in concert with our partners, which are comprised of more than a dozen investigative agencies here throughout the state of Nevada. We've been working hand in glove, side by side, tirelessly to determine, is there any ongoing threat to the public, to identify the subject, to determine any potential connection to other events going on in the world, most notably in New Orleans, and then obviously to determine if there's anything else that we need to be tracking down. At this time, as the sheriff's pointed out, we feel that the subject has been identified, although not conclusively, waiting for DNA evidence on that front. However, we do feel like we have the subject identified, and at this time, there is no information about additional subjects that the FBI is tracking on. Our resources, as I mentioned, that have been deployed in support of this event include Special Agent Bomb Techs, our evidence response team, which is processing crime scenes side by side with the forensics folks from Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department, our investigators, our intelligence analysts, and then outside of the FBI Las Vegas field office, we have investigative leads that are being conducted by FBI field offices, both internationally and domestically as well. As always, when the FBI is involved with any sort of case like this, we ask for help for the public. Anyone with information related to this incident, we encourage you to please call 1-800-CALL-FBI, or you can submit a tip online at tips.fbi.gov. We've already received thousands of tips related to this incident. The challenge that we face moving forward is to separate those that are pertinent and relevant and those that can be verified from those that have not. For example, one of the tips that we received just today relates to information alluding to this subject's personal experiences related to his time and activity in the military. Again, that's unverified and uncorroborated, but one of many tips and leads that we will be following up in the days that come. If you have any additional information, again, encourage everyone, 1-800-CALL-FBI, or submit it online, tips.fbi.gov. We will tirelessly work to exhaust all investigative leads and conclusively determine what the nature of this particular incident was, what the motivation was, and to the extent possible, share all that information as we obtain it. I'll now turn some time over to the Assistant Special Agent in charge from the ATF, Kenny Cooper. Good morning, everybody. My name is Kenny Cooper. I'm the Assistant Special Agent in charge of ATF San Francisco Field Division. ATF is bringing our expertise in post-blast investigations and our crime gun intelligence to specifically assist in this investigation. I will tell you that our Special Agent bomb techs are working with FBI and with Las Vegas Metro and sifting through that post-blast debris to find components and investigative leads that will derive from that evidence process. We're too early into that investigation process to give any determination as far as how this device was initiated. I will say that we do know that the components primarily consist of fireworks, mortars, aerial shells, and are all consumer fireworks. Nothing commercial grade has been discovered at this point, and we've identified some fuel enhancers like the Coleman fuel and BP racing fuel and some explosive targets that can be purchased at any sporting goods store. We've also, as the sheriff mentioned, we've identified 2 semi-automatic handguns recovered from the Tesla. We have successfully traced those firearms, and I can tell you that Matthew Leibesberg lawfully purchased both of these firearms on December 30th, 2024. We have agents following up those investigative leads. We know exactly where those firearms were purchased, and we will share any developments from those leads as they come in. Thank you.
We also have the Clark County Fire Chief here, John Steinbeck, and he didn't have any additional updates, but if there's any questions in regards to what the fire department did during this, he's here to answer those questions as well. With that, I'd just like to say before I take a couple questions from all of you, you'll notice that we're not releasing information that we haven't corroborated and verified. We're very well aware of all of the things that are going around on social media. But that's just the way we're going to conduct this investigation. We're not putting it out until we can tell you for a fact what information it is that we're putting out. And so we're going to continue to do that, but I'm also confident to tell the Las Vegas community and this great nation that we don't believe there's any further threat from this subject or anybody associated to him here in Las Vegas. With that, Denise, I saw you had your hand up. If you could just identify yourself, please.
Did the suspect have any other connections to Las Vegas? Had he ever been here?
Now, let me stop that right there. How in the world can he guarantee that or say that I don't think it is when y'all didn't even know this was going to happen? Like I said, I wouldn't listen to a word they saying about, oh, yeah, well, I don't think this. Man, I ain't listening to that. Man, my head, listen, I'm telling you right now, I'm on point at all times. See, they'll sit up there and tell y'all, we don't think anything else. You didn't even think this. Y'all didn't even think this. So how can you even come out now and say, I don't think anything else? This is cap. That's cap. They on cap. They on cap, man. You gonna sit up there with a straight face and talk about something, hey, man, I don't really think it's no more than that. Man, come on, bro. You couldn't tell the people that this was going to, y'all didn't know this was going to happen right in y'all nose. This is unbelievable, man.
Or any reason to either.
So the question was, did the subject have any ties to Las Vegas, or had he ever been here before? I do believe we had one instance a number of years ago where he stayed at a local hotel, but we're still trying to verify that information as well. Sir?
The David Charles Daily STV. There was, you have a gentleman in a Cybertruck Trump hotel. There's information that the FBI was in Colorado Springs last night, possibly at the gentleman's home. Any information about why?
I think I'll let Spencer answer that question.
Let me tell y'all something. This deep right here. This deep. And the reason why I'm telling y'all that this is deep, the reason why I'm telling y'all that this is deep right here is because you're talking about government. Let me repeat myself again. You're talking about government officials, military. Forget that government, military officials behind this stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, right? With that, now that we see what it is right there, right? Now we have to look at this thing like, man, this gonna end up turning to a movie right here. Because now that you see what this is, now everything else comes into question. Everything else is a question. Every other question that can, should, or will be asked is on the board. Officially on the board. Officially on the board. There ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. There ain't no way around it. Everything is on deck. And so they can't sit up here and guarantee anybody's safety because they didn't even have any intelligence that this was going to happen that we know of. So with that being said, if we don't even know that, how in the blue hell are we supposed to know something else? Make that make sense. How are we supposed to know anything else? Y'all smash the like button, y'all come on in here, man. But they gonna sit up there and say, yeah, man, we think it's safe now. Man, get out of here, man. Y'all couldn't guarantee that to the people before. You could not guarantee the people's safety before. Look at what just happened. So we all see what it is. When you can't guarantee the people's safety and something happens like that the first time, why should people trust you the second or the third time? These are pertinent and real questions that people are going to have.
So as I mentioned, the motivation at this point is unknown. We are, as I mentioned earlier, following investigative leads both domestically and internationally as well. And so that includes search warrants and witness interviews, collecting forensic information, and basically trying to compile the facts. And so there's investigative activity taking place literally around the globe, trying to determine what the potential nexus is. But at this time...
And I saw the brother in the chat room that said he's in the military, and I ain't lying. Something like this happened, and you talking about this is coming from military cats, this roll deep. This shit right here deep. They wanted to send a message, bro. This is deep. Because if you think about it, the first dude had the you know what flag. You know what that means? I think that means he wants to stir up something. By having that flag like that, he knows that's going to stir something up around the world, right? Even if he was tapped in with those people or not, he knows that's going to stir something up. Secondly, with this second guy right here on your screen, for him to do it the way he did it, knowing that Elon Musk been standing beside Trump, for him to pull up to the Trump Tower in a Cybertruck, Tesla Cybertruck, y'all already know what it is. These are messages they're sending, right? So if it's these two, I'm trying to tell y'all, man, this thing run deep. This is some deep beef, in my opinion. Deep beef. Deep-rooted beef that's going on for a person to turn and do that that's currently in the military. That's deep beef right there, bro. Deep. You understand what I'm saying?
At this particular moment in time, as the sheriff aptly said, we have to focus on what we know and what we don't know. We know we have a bombing, absolutely, and it's a bombing that certainly has factors that raise concern. It's not lost on us that it's in front of, of the Trump building, that it's a Tesla vehicle, but we don't have information at this point that definitively tells us or suggests it was because of this particular ideology or the, any of the reasoning behind it. That's the purpose of the investigation that we're conducting, is to get to the bottom of exactly what happened, why and how. Sir,
so we're going to get on with the rest of that in just a second, but I just want to show you guys that, bro, these things are serious, man.
Okay, as you mentioned, the number of similarities between this case and the one in New Orleans. How far in the investigation process do you guys go to try to rule out that they are connected, knowing that you already have a couple things that seem to connect them together?
So the question is how are we working to rule in or rule out any connections to the New Orleans event? And the answer to that is every tip and lead that comes in, every piece of evidence that comes in, we don't discount it, we work it through it. It's an interesting thing during these kinds of investigations that if these turn out to be simply similarities, very strange similarities to have. And so we're not prepared to rule in or rule out anything at this point. There's lots more for us to do in this investigation. We haven't even gotten into the phones or the computers, which are usually very...
Well, if that's the case, how can you see they're contradicting themselves? If that's the case, how can you say, well, we're sure that nothing else is going to go down over here? How can you say that? If you're saying there's a lot more investigation to go, it's a lot more stuff y'all got to look into, how in the world can you sit up here with a straight face and tell the people, oh, well, it ain't nothing, y'all going to be all right around here? No. You're saying that it's a whole lot more stuff that has to be investigated, sir. You're saying it's a lot of things that you guys have not covered, sir. I don't want to hear about no distraction. Y'all talk about everything is a goddamn distraction. Distraction from what? I keep seeing people in the comment section, if I talk about Diddy, it's a distraction. You talk about Jay-Z, it's a distraction. You talk about this dude on your screen, it's a distraction. What the distraction from what? The hell is you talking about? Hey man, this ain't nothing but a distraction. From what? Y'all never say what it's a distraction from. Just come around here like a bunch of parrots repeating everybody else. This is a distraction. This is a distraction. This is a distraction. This is a distraction. The hell is wrong with you, man? Capping ass, man. This is a distraction. From what?
Very instructive and informative to us as we investigate, and we've got a lot more work to do to trace him, to see the stores that he went to.
A distraction from our reality. First of all, they said it was a distraction because of the election, before the election. They couldn't use that no more, right? To the brother who said ticket is so emotional, you damn right. And if we had more people that was emotional, you wouldn't have this type of shit that's going on right now, right? Because you had more people that cared and that wanted to get this type of scum the hell up out of here. Did you hear what I said, sir? You heard what the hell I said, right? You see that guy on the left-hand side of your screen? You see him? Right? That was the guy in the Cybertruck. Yeah, that was him. From Colorado. That was him. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Look at it. Look at it. Look at him. That was the guy. Look at him. Look at your guy right there. Look in his eyes. Look at him. All right. Right? Oh yeah. This shit personal. It's personal. See, when you got dudes that's like that, that's in the military, who, whenever you have a superior officer, you're supposed to say, yes, sir, no, sir, regardless of who it is, because that's your superior. See, now we're talking military rules now. And when your commander-in-chief tells you to stand at attention and salute, attention, present arms. Y'all ain't know I know about this. I'm an Army brat for real, baby. Right face, left face, about face, forward, march. Oh, you better understand. You understand what I'm saying? So when you play these little games with me, I ain't the one, fool. You did. I got it all the way across the board, baby.
To rule out anybody else, lots of investigative work to do, and we're just trying to give you an update on what we know now. That is factual.
Was the gunshot wound to his head self-inflicted?
We believe the question was the gunshot self-inflicted, and we do believe it was, since he was the only person in the vehicle, and it occurred immediately prior to the vehicle blowing up. Back there, sir?
Yes, sir. Morgan Chesney, ABC News. With the evidence you've seen so far, are you comfortable now calling this a suicide mission?
The question is, am I comfortable calling it a suicide mission? I'm comfortable calling it a suicide with the bombing that occurred immediately thereafter. I'm not giving it any other labels.
And with the friends and family you've spoken to so far, have they shared any prior red flags?
The question is, did we have any of the family members share any particular red flags? Again, I'll go back to what I know is circulating on social media, but none of that has been verified at this point.
The final question, real quickly. All the components you found inside the Cybertruck, were they all purchased in Colorado?
The question is, were all the components found inside of the Cybertruck purchased in Colorado? And I don't know the answer to that.
I'm going to tell you guys something, man. Remember I told y'all yesterday to stay out of the way? Remember I told y'all this? I'm going to tell y'all something. the days get closer, everybody need to be on point. I'm telling y'all this. Don't be around no big crowds outside in the open. In my opinion, stay on point at all times. Keep your head on a swivel and watch everybody and everything. And if something don't seem or feel right, stand on business. Stand on business. ASAP. Because that may be the only split second you have. Stand on business. You understand? Because what I personally think, I'm not going to say on here, I'm going to go on my podcast show and say it. But yeah, man, I think it might get real funky around here. That's what I think. Let me know what y'all think. Like, share, subscribe.
All right, you guys, so we appreciate everybody that popped in, supported this video. Make sure that you guys shop our merch. We got that new A-Weapons merchandise right there below this video. All you got to do is look below. The links will be pinned at the top of the comment section as well to get the merch, to donate, support the channel, and subscribe to our podcast show. You'll see all those links pinned at the top of the comment section of this video. And we appreciate everybody that supports this channel and our networks. Also, that straight drop weight loss formula. Go to the website. You guys will see that. A link for that will be pinned at the top of the comment section as well. Go right there for all of your weight loss needs. Straight drop weight loss formula. We have a lot of testimonials on the website. You can go to www.str-8-drop.com and get you some of the weight loss formula today. Take your weight loss serious. Get in the gym, work out, exercise, and do what you got to do. Stay on point. We appreciate everybody that's been locked into this video. Again, all the links are pinned at the top of the comment section below. Salute to all of y'all. And again, we appreciate everybody who support what we doing over here.